So let's talk a little bit about what is going on in the market. First of all, the average sales price in the Greater Toronto area is up to 3.5% year to year of the base. So that means if you take in consideration last year and to this year, we're up and as an average 3.5%. The price is to be driven by condominiums. Condominiums, condo apartment and low-rise market segment. There's lots of going on in the condominium market in Toronto. Our regional economy continuously strong, very strong, and the population continues to grow in the GTA area. So that will contribute to a greater demand on the new buildings itself. Okay, let's talk about this two graphics here. First of all, this one has the October sales, what was going on. So 45%. When we are talking about the percentage of sales, 38% happen in Toronto, as you can see by this graphic. The next one, which is 20%, is in the Peel region, and the main reason is because it's Mississauga is part of this Peel region, and of course Mississauga and Brampton. So those are two big cities, and they take for the 20% of the sales. And then the next one is the York, which is a huge area because York has got Markham, Newmarket, Richmond Hill, Vaughan, and quite a few other ones. So it's 15% of that one. And then it comes the next one, which is the Durham region, which is also includes Ajax, Clarington, Oshawa, Whitby, Pickering, and so the next one in this next graphic shows that a little bit of change from what is in Toronto and what it is in the GTA, except for the Toronto area. So let's say that the first one is that on the detached is Toronto and the GTA area. So you have last. So you can see that Toronto is the biggest market for sure in the area. As you can see, the average price into the Toronto area was 838. In the Peel area, the average price is a little bit lower, and in the York area, you have a little bit higher. Well, some very important facts that we have to talk about is that, for example, in the Toronto area, this sale price versus listing price, they were as an average 100%. That means they asked for 500, they sold it for 500. In all the other regions, we had a lower number. Peel 98%, York 97%, and Durham 98%, and Halton 97%. So that means you ask for a price and you sell for a little bit less. The other thing is the numbers of day on market. In the Toronto area, they were about for 20 days on market. In the Peel, 22. The New York region was a little bit higher. It stays for almost 30 days until it gets, say, as an average, like say, this is average. There are ones that sell for, it takes longer to sell. The other ones sell in a shorter period of time. So this is our important consideration. And this is some very interesting facts that we have here is like in some places, for example, that we have in the city of Toronto, the singles, the price year over year went down a little bit, minus 6.4. The worst case was Richmond Hill. Richmond Hill in the York area, where the place where the average price compared to last year went down the most, minus 7.37%. In the Durham region, we got a little bit 1.3% increase compared to last year, so that's not a bad thing. But surprisingly, one of the best places to where the prices were increased was in Clarington. Clarington, we had 6.59, almost 7% increase compared to last year. This is unbelievable. But this is when we're talking about a single-family detached. If you're talking about the semi, then there's a little bit, a few places where the difference in Toronto was 5.33% up. In the York region again was the average price went down, is minus 5.42%. Again, the best place where we had the houses for single was in Clarington. This is kind of thing in the Clarington area. It's booming, and lots of selling is going on over there. When we are talking about townhouses, then it's a different story. Townhouses, they were like a little bit 3.59% increase compared to last year as an average for the whole area. And one of the best areas for townhouses was Milton, and the worst place was in Newmarket. Newmarket was minus 8.31 when you're talking about townhouses. But here's the big one. The big winner are condos, and of course 9.56% increase from when we're talking about the year to year. But Toronto is the highest number, is 10.92% compared to last year. Year to year in Toronto, it's unbelievable for the condos. Oh, that's a lot of information. But by all means, if you want to find out more on your specific area, on your specific location, city, or region, just send me an email, text message, or get to my website, put your name over there, and send me a message, and I'll forward to you all the information that you require. Don't forget to check our website, www.wagnerandrosadesilva.com, or either please check our YouTube channel. So please, it will be nice to talk to you again very soon. Bye.